gonna leave milk and cookies out like you supposed to, but
Nah. Ain't no
I'm gonna
milk and
need you to
cookies.
follow through. I'm gonna need you to follow
Why?
through.
The milk and cookies is for you. Why wouldn't you leave yourself milk and cookies?
Yeah, I'm saying.
I'm lactose. I'm lactose intolerant. I'm
Well, then
good,
you get you
man.
some
They got
I don't want no
lactate
lactate
milk.
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 Yes, they got lactate milk.
I don't want no
Or
damn
get
milk
you
and
some
cookies.
lactate pills and go and pop one.
The kind of milk and cookies I want, I can't get. So I want certain kind of milk and cookies. So.
Don't sound like he want an edible.
Right. You sitting underneath of that tree singing ho ho ho.
Yo, let's get on trending topics, man. Y'all crazy. Yo, let's get on trending topics.
Do we really have
Yo.
to?
Yes, we do, man.
Oh,
For the cause.
is it
So
really?
we talking about once upon a time bad boy artist G Dep. If y'all know who G Dep is, that's Let's Get Silly.
Yes.
Let's Get
I
Silly.
heard that name in a long time.
Make
Yes.
this money.
So-
Take this from me. Ain't no way you could take this from me.
You take this from me.
Let's
Thank
get
you,
it.
dude.
It's not.
Let's
It's
get
not
it.
get silly. It's let's get it.
You're silly.
Oh, Lord. Oh,
I know it's
Lord.
Let's Get It.
He messing up.
Go
Lord.
print up the lyrics. Let's go.
I don't know.
So anyway, G Dep is got clemency from New York State governor.
He got what?
He will only have to do clemency. He would only have to do
Clemency.
yes.
Oh,
I know
What
I
that
said it right. Correct. I think I
what
did.
that mean? Tell me what it means.
He was granted.
Unlimited. Yeah.
He doesn't have to do all his time. Some get clemency where they don't have to do. They get out of jail. Like I think when
It's like a pass.
Trump did it for yeah, he got a pass.
Mm.
So he got clemency. He only has to do 15 years. He has 2 more years, and he can file for parole, which would be in 2025.
Okay.
But what was
The
the man in
reason
jail for?
why-
Tell the people why the man in jail.
He murdered somebody, and he decided to turn himself in because he felt bad about killing somebody.
You don't
As
say.
he should. As he should.
The man
Okay, I think
waited.
that's some pussy shit, but okay, I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna say that.
He waited 11 years to tell the people, I did it.
Dumbass. Anyway,
What?
so he felt
It was
guilty. So he
it was
decided
oh, wait.
he wanted to turn himself in.
Wait, was it? No, it was actually in 93 it happened. I thought it was 99, but it was in 93 it happened because he was like still a teenager or something like that.
Yeah.
So he was trying to rob this man, and I guess the man was like, "Fuck this shit." So he pulled the gun on him and shot him, killed him.
No, he didn't. He shot. He said he shot and ran. He didn't know what happened afterwards. But he truly felt bad, like it hurt him to his heart. So he went and turned himself into the police.
After how many years?
17 years.
After he was like,
Yeah,
take
that's
that. I needed this money, Diddy. Ha. Yeah, I want to turn myself in.
After he was probably in a bullshit ass contract anyway, because everybody say Diddy contract. Jack
Dang.
shit.
Yeah.
Diddy contract was so bad he had to turn himself in to get away.
Wow.
Well,
Wow. We gonna be. Hey, Diddy's a friend to the room. We ain't doing that. We ain't talking about Diddy bad. No, we will
He's
not.
a friend to your room, not our room. Don't say
Not
our
my
room.
Definitely not our room.
Nope.
Listen,
Unless he throwing a couple of million at me, then he a friend to my room.
Yeah, when you can get a group like New Edition and fuck up their career killer.
he ain't fuck up New Edition. New Edition came out with. They still touring right now, making crazy.
Exactly.
Days.
But while they was with Diddy, themselves was shit.
That home again album was phenomenal. Did you listen to that album?
That wasn't the
That's
album.
not what she said.
That's not
She
what I
said
said.
their
And
sales
that
were
wasn't the album.
trash.
The album that they had with Diddy had the song "Hot Tonight" on there. That was like the only hit that was really on that album.
Damn.
I gotta definitely investigate that. I'm pretty sure it was multiple.
But
Yeah,
it
multiple
was.
hits.
I mean, maybe it was because they didn't need to make no new music because they already knew they was gonna get money off the old music. Them niggas don't need to write another song.
Yeah.
Everybody know.
Look here.
Hey, girl, yeah, like you is like 2 and know that song.
True.
I'm
Yeah,
saying,
And then add Bobby to the mix. They know they definitely touring
I'm
anywhere.
saying,
And
throw
Johnny.
in.
Yeah, you got
Yeah,
touring
You
forever
Stand
with
in the
Bobby.
Rain is gonna be a classic forever.
Bobby, Johnny, no, not Ralph. Ralph
Ricky,
was
Mike.
the one who. Yeah, they
Ralph,
was Bell Biv
Ralph
DeVoe.
is
So
fire
it's Bell Biv
too.
DeVoe. Huh? Hey.
Ralph was fire too. You need a girl with
I didn't know that.
sensitivity.
I said Ralph had his own.
that's
He had
Oh, what's going on, Buzz?
He had
Bang, I see you, family.
a solo album is what I'm trying to say. So I said
Yeah,
Ralph,
he had a few
Bobby,
solo albums.
yeah,
I mean, Ralph had the looks alone, so
and Johnny. They were solo acts. Bell Biv DeVoe, they was a group, and then everybody wanted themselves a little Ralph,
Mm-hmm.
and they wanted Bobby Brown because they thought he was a bad.
I still think I still to this day will sit here and say I don't understand why Johnny Gill was in the group. Nigga only made 2 hits. I'm sorry. I don't care what nobody says.
What?
Damn, did you just say Johnny Gill
He only
only
made
had
2
2 hits?
He only had 2 hits.
Wait,
You're not gonna tell me on it.
Hold
So
on,
it's because it's when Bobby
not
left.
you coming for Johnny Gill. What did he do to you, Don?
Right. Johnny Gill's voice is amazing. That's why he was in the group. Don't come.
Oh, that's why.
Don't come for him.
I don't know.
So I'm curious.
I'm sorry. New Edition always needed members to help carry the group.
Yeah. So what 2 songs of Johnny Gill's do you feel were hits?
My.
Mm-hmm.
And what's that other track? He can't even think of it. That's how bad that shit was. Like
Wow.
I don't even hear still a catalog from the dude.
Whatever.
Wow.
It didn't even matter if that man had 1 hit.
You can name more Bobby Brown hits.
It doesn't even matter if that man had 1 hit. When he opens his mouth up and starts singing, the women won't throw their drawers on the stage.
Man, they throwing them.
Okay. Okay, wait. He had more. Wait, did he have more than 1 hit?
Yeah.
I don't think he really had any.
A little hit.
He did.
He only had. It looks like my.
My.
And the rest of them are with groups. Because it's like.
See?
Yeah.
This nigga was trash.
That would be a trash.
Not like.
Because I know his last album, he had some hits on that last album.
What? First of all, wasn't it? What was it? It was him, Gerald Levert, and Keith Sweat. Didn't they have a group too?
Ooh, LSG.
Yeah, but that's a group.
With my body.
That's a group.
So that's not a
No, but that's not. But what I'm
put
trying
on
to
that
say,
red dress. Ain't that's put on that red dress is my.
Yeah.
Put on that red dress. No, but what I'm trying to say is him vocally. I don't care what you say.
Yes.
If he had,
but it's with him with a group. I'm talking about him solo.
I'm trying to say if that man had no hits, once he starts singing, you want him on stage because they remember. I think he came in when Ralph left. They needed them a lead singer.
No, he came in when Bobby left.
When Bobby left.
When they kicked Bobby out the group.
And after Bobby left, Ralph left. So they really didn't.
No, Ralph was still there.
Ralph had left.
He left the group for a
little
bit.
That's when he started.
You need to go watch New Edition on BET Plus, first of all.
I did.
Because I watched it faithfully. That's one of my favorite shows, might I add.
Okay,
so they kicked Bobby out the group. They kicked Bobby out the group. Then they added. Listen, Bobby was just being Bobby. So they said Bobby was like David Ruffin. There's no group without with Bobby Brown. Without Bobby Brown, there's no group.
Otis. It's so weird about when you say that.
So they added
Otis
Johnny Gill.
Left.
They added Johnny Gill like he was going to replace Bobby Brown. Come on, really? So Bobby went and did his own thing.
I mean,
he made hit after hit after hit.
They just needed a vocalist. It wasn't like he was.
And then they begged him. Then they begged him to come back on tour with them because they needed somebody. And he was like, "Oh, you want me to open up for them?"
Yeah.
Really? You want me to open up for New Edition? But Bobby needed the money because of Whitney and her crack habit. God rest the dead.
Now don't do that.
So,
Don't do that.
so listen.
Because Whitney has always had more money.
Whitney had her own money. Don't do
God
that.
rest the dead.
Whitney had her own money. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So
Whitney died and still had money on top of money.
Wait, she was Whitney motherfucking Houston. You don't dare fucking say that.
Even if her nickname was Whitney Crackhead Houston, she was still Whitney Houston. Okay, stop playing.
Listen. So then Bobby needed the money, so he said, "All right, I'll open up for them." So he started doing his opening, and they kept getting Bobby going over on his time. Bobby going over on his time, so they flipped on Bobby again.
We heard it. We seen it on the damn movie. You ain't got to tell us.
So
we seen it just like you saw it.
You ain't gonna sit but you ain't gonna be coming for my man Bobby head like that. Like Bobby's the shit.
No, they said that Bobby was voted out in 1987 by the group. That's when Johnny Gill
came in. He wasn't voted out. They kicked him out.
That's being voted out. Nigga, they kicked his ass out.
Johnny Gill's only hit song was My Mama. That was it.
See?
But who would ever thought that? Because we all love him so much.
And he had some jams like Fair Weather.
I loved him on some New Edition.
It wasn't a hit though.
Singer. That's what he was, a New Edition backup singer.
Don't do him. Look, that man has sold over 15 million copies.
Don't do that.
As a New Edition backup singer.
And he's still touring. That's off of his stuff. And he's still touring. He was just doing a concert.
Touring off of what, my mama? Everybody
Johnny Gill has albums, bro. Don't do him like that, bro.
He do have songs that people like, and he really
will not sell me on Johnny Gill over Bobby Brown. I'm sorry.
He tour with New Edition. Johnny Gill is booked and busy.
Yes, he just did a concert recently, a packed concert, and sung his ass off.
Let me tell you something.
He sung My Mama and he sung a bunch of New Edition hits.
If Gerald Levert was still alive,
some LSG
would be. They'd be touring. They'd be selling out more than.
I agree with you. I agree with you with that because first of all, Keith Sweat has an amazing voice.
I'm not gonna say that he don't, but Keith Sweat just be whining too much. Like, Mister, we get it.
But he got hit. He got hit.
I didn't say that he didn't.
Tons of hits.
But as an actual singer, Keith Sweat is the least out of them three. Like Gerald Levert's voice was amazing.
Yes.
Johnny Gill's voice is amazing. Keith Sweat.
No, I can't. No, I can't. He can sing. I ain't say he can't sing, but
what I'm
other than Keith Sweat, I just disagree.
Keith Sweat, I'm not putting him on in the bedroom and listen to him. Now I would put some Levert and Gill.
You're not waiting. Time out. You wouldn't listen to Keith Sweat in bed?
He's talking about voice-wise. Voice.
No,
oh my God. When that nigga sing merry-go-round,
be like, who else?
When he sing merry-go-round, when he sing
he's whining.
Don't play with me.
He's whining.
It's not whining, man.
It is.
Merry-go-round.
You have three women. You have.
Come on,
I'm glad you just did that.
Exactly.
I was just going to say he sound nasally, and you just repeat. Went on how he sound. And he sound like that when he was merry-go-round, and you just imitated.
Y'all hating on my man Keith. He sound way better than Johnny Gill. Stop playing with me.
I love
and he got hit.
He does, absolutely. But as
Make It Last Forever? You tell me you ain't making love off of Make It Last Forever?
No.
Make it last forever and ever.
That used to be the joint back in the day. If you was a dude, you put on Make It Last Forever, women used to get up as hell like that. I don't understand.
Back in the day, I was underage, so I wasn't making
right.
All these damn teeny boppers. That's what it is.
That song came out. I think I was like 8.
My aunties, but I was a kid back then. So
nah, that wasn't my lane. And I can't say in my adult life that I made I ain't got it. I ain't went down with it.
Like literally, if I made a love making tape, I wouldn't have put Keith Sweat on it. Even though he had some love songs, Keith Sweat voice in my head while I'm trying to get it popping is not it for me. It's not.
It's not.
I don't think
you listen to
I even used to play slow down tapes back in the day.
I would rather Look, I don't even listen to R. Kelly's music, but I would rather listen to R. Kelly over Keith Sweat.
Man, half on a baby all day, every day.
Man,
look, 12 played me all
that old album. Look here, Sex Me 1 and 2, baby.
What are you talking about? That whole 12 play album.
Woo! Throw some strip for you in that Hey, baby.
On this note, we going to commercial, and we will be back. And today we're going to talk about managing your relationship, conflict and stress. And
that's how you do it. You put on
log out for tonight. I'll talk to y'all next week.
And listen,
I might should have had some wine for this episode.
You already know what it is, man.
You got a little minute.
It's the Evening Rush, man. Tap in, man.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your girl, Chrissy, here to let you know that the Evening Rush Network now has an app. Yes, an app, you guys. So you can stay connected on the go and watch all your favorite podcast shows. You can download the app at Google Play Store or Apple iTunes. So spread the word. Tell a friend to tell a friend. Also, if you're looking to start a podcast and really don't know how, well, hit us up at the Evening Rush Network at gmail.com and inquire about time slots, pricings, and everything you may need to get started. We got you. Join the winning team, the Evening Rush Network. And also, download that app. What are you waiting for? Get to it.
Follow the drip. Follow the drip.
Are you one that likes to stand out amongst the rest? Well, check out Painted Drip by The Joker. Painted Drip is a customized footwear company that it specializes in unique hand-painted, customized footwear, which is hand-painted by The Joker himself. Shipping is available all over, East Coast, West Coast, no matter where you are, we can get your products to you. So follow The Drip. Check out their IG page, Painted Drip, for more information. And again, all footwear is customized and hand-painted by The Joker himself.
If you're looking for good food made with fresh ingredients, let Chef Beauty pleasure your taste buds. Whether it's a brunch party, a birthday party, a corporate event, or an intimate dinner, we're here to serve all your catering and private chef needs. We can be reached at 718-450-0885, on Instagram at Chef Beauty, by email chefbeauty@icloud.com. We look forward to hearing from you.
Never lie, but if you must lie in the arms of the one you love. I've got a love hangover, so if this is real, don't put me over. I want to feel all your love. I want to feel all your love. So let me hold.
And even though it was just for a couple hours, it more so felt like an eternity. And even though you had to go, I hope I made your night worthwhile, girl. From your boy, Relentless.
yes, we are back. We are back.
See, I would put that on.
The fact that Jay Relentless just dropped Christmas Day. Working on Me. That album is phenomenal, man. Phenomenal.
Yeah,
Definitely been on repeat. It's been crazy, loving it. Shout out to McQuasia, Love Hangover. We have a little delay on the new joint. We apologize to everybody. When it comes to mixing and mastering, you want that shit perfect. Just so when we give it to the people, they have that.
Well, send me a rough copy. Send me a rough copy of it. I just want to hear it. Look.
I know. Like, why we can't get that? Like, I be really feeling slighted.
Just a little bit, just tad bit. I feel you.
I be feeling like you being a little selfish.
I be feeling like you don't love us
at all.
Not a bit.
So unloved.
Listen. I'm gonna call the peoples to be, and I'm gonna call the Evening Rush Entertainment and see if I can get that over to you. Definitely, I'll make that phone call today. I ain't gonna.
You're gonna call yourself. You're gonna call yourself, and you're gonna call me. I don't have it.
Such anger. Yo, shout out to our sponsors, man. You already know what it is, man. Shout out to Industry 21 Magazine, my boy Dane, man. You already know. Big salute to Dane, man. That's my dude right there. Me and him was chopping it up the other day, and it's crazy, man. Shout out to Chef Beauty. You already know y'all need a great caterer. She caters all over the world. You just gotta hit her up. So make sure y'all hit her up at Chef Beauty on IG, and she'll definitely send you that info. Shout out to Envy Creations. If y'all need any type of gift, period, or cake, treats, or anything, hit up Envy Creations. She got you. Shout out to Martine Felton. If y'all need some artwork, definitely holler at her. I just saw her the other day. Me and Martine was kicking it back and having a good one. Shout out to my homegirl Martine. Shout out to Rainbow Refreshers. Rush Lemonade. I know y'all can't wait till it drops. I can't wait till it drops. But I gotta call the powers to be. Rainbow Refreshers, like, was good. Now, can I get some more of that Evening Rush Lemonade? It'll definitely be hitting Atlanta heavy this summer, so make sure y'all out there. And shout out to Painted Drip by my bro, the Joker. You already know what it is, man. Joker got some bangers right there. Hope, what's going on, Rodney? I see you on the check-in, both of you.
That's right, Rodney. Work on those masters. What, he said he worked on his masters. That's hard. Let me tell you.
That's it.
That's right. So you can
want to give
masters.
the people what they want. That's it.
About stuff.
So, let's get to the topic. Topic of the day: managing relationship conflict and stress. Okay.
I'm glad you had that scrolling across, because you applauded while you were saying that and really couldn't hear the topic of what you said.
I ain't got no answers for y'all though. I don't got none. I don't know how to do that.
Listen, I got this from actually watching an IG reel, because I haven't been at work, so I miss work.
So you can't sponge off your coworkers.
I can't sponge off my coworkers. They're such great people, though. I love them. So I got this off IG. I was sitting there watching content, and what this young lady said made a lot of sense. You know what I'm saying? And it's about women, of course. She was saying how women don't know how to deal with their men properly. And I agreed with the majority of what she said. Maybe the later end I didn't. I don't have the reel, which I was supposed to have the reel today. I apologize. I've been going through.
Played yourself.
I've been going through some things, so I definitely don't have the reel today, but matter of fact, I did play it on our IG. So if you checked out our IG, you would have saw it.
Shit, I need to go and check it, because I need to know what she said, so I can.
I'm trying to figure out why we didn't get that in the.
You actually did. I did send it to the chat.
You sent it to the group?
Yes, I did.
Let me see.
On that note,
I ain't see that.
I ain't either.
She pretty much was saying that women take men for granted. There's ways that us guys. Why is there a big laugh? See, that's the problem. You take us for granted. See how you see that? I just want y'all to see this.
I don't agree with
we're being taken for granted because there's things that we do that we don't get acknowledgement for. And I happen to agree.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So that doesn't happen to women too?
Do y'all always realize that men, y'all biggest issue is women feel like men don't bring, we do not show our feelings to young ladies, which I disagree. We tell y'all something, we tell you how it feels. Most of the stuff we put on our shoulders. And the reason why we do that is because we want to make sure that, you know, we pretty much, you don't have to go through those things. You know? We'll try to take the weight of our whole household, put it on our shoulders, and then there's no outlet for us. We have to pretty much, we pretty much have to try to hold it down and not tell you, yo, listen, babe, the rent's not going to be paid this week because of ABC, or we have to give you everything for the rent, and then the car note's behind, and it's like, because we want you to be happy. But at any point in time, do women turn that around and go, well, listen, my man might not be happy. He might not be. He might be going through some deep depression. He might be going through something. You know, instead of complaining, whining, and the regular stress of life. Because y'all feel, oh, I had to take care of the kids. That's too much. Oh, this, that. That's too much. Go ahead, ladies. Y'all can chime in anytime y'all choose.
No, I say that I don't have any kids. So I can't say anything about that. Me and my man just pretty much moved in together. But I know from being in a household where there was a married couple, that women like what women do in their head is they think about everything that needs to be taken care of in the house, not just what they need to take care of, or they think about the kids. They think about their man. They think about everything that needs to be taken care of. And then they do things like, well, can he do this? But if he does this, he won't be able to do. Like, women are meticulous in what they do, because sometimes when you ask a man to do something, he'll do it not the right way. I can't even say his way, just not the right way.
Why is there to be the right way? I mean, I'm guilty of it. I will not ever say I'm not guilty of it. Guilty of it. You know, I'm told to go to the store and get something. I'm told to go to the store, get something. I always bring back the wrong shit. I admit it. If you don't give me the pictures, what you exactly want, sometimes it's going to come back incorrect. Yes, I read the text. The text doesn't sound right sometimes. You know what I mean?
So I was like, you were talking about, you were watching, I was watching this reel, and this man was like, I went to my wife gave me a list, and I went to the store. He's like, and it said 1 bread, 2 eggs, 3 cereal, whatever. He said, so I'm reading it to you like this now. He said, but when I read it in the store, like it was a list of like 7 or 6 things. He was like, I read it in the store, 1 bread. So he picked up 1 loaf of bread, 2 milk. So he picked up 2 cartons of milk, 3 eggs. So he brought home 3 cartons of eggs. Like why and what would possess you to think that this woman wanted you to get 3 cartons of eggs, 2 things of milk? What in your brain made you think that the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 was the quantity?
Because if you didn't write it and put a parentheses, that sometimes
she put a period. She put a period. There was a period after all those numbers. That's what she did.
Well then I don't know what he was thinking. I would have knew, but that's not what she wanted.
So he got home and he was like, as I'm reading it to you guys, this is how I read it now. But when I was in the store, that's not what I did. So he thought about it once he got home. But when he was in the store by himself, he was like, oh, 6 things of noodles, 5 things of this. I'm like,
but that part to where it didn't click to call and clarify, because men can be prideful and not want to ask for help.
Oh, I want to play devil's advocate on this. So let me say this. He could have been having performance anxiety, because the way he read the list, 1 this, 2 this, 3 that, he could have read it in that way because he had fear of fucking up. And so he's making sure he's meticulous, and it makes sense to him. But when women chew men out so much for every little thing that they mess up, then that's why he doesn't pick up the phone, because now he's afraid once he calls, he's going to aggravate us. And now he's going to further hear our mouths, and then he's going to be sitting there in the grocery store for 5 to 10 minutes arguing with us versus moving this process alone and getting back home. And then women sometimes, excuse me, we expect men to know when we have to realize sometimes men are special needs. You know, we have to elaborate.
Damn.
But that's the whole thing is you know what it is in every aspect. No, but in every aspect, men expect women to think the way they think, and women expect men to think the way they think. True. Like sometimes, like we be going through stuff, and he be like, "Well, why would you do it like that?" I'd be like, "Cause that's what makes sense to me. I don't know what makes sense to you, but I know what makes sense to me, and that's what makes sense to me. So I don't know."
Ms. Brown said, "Isn't the point of marriages to realize you're not doing things on your own, but you're a team?" I would. Okay, hold on. I don't know. I agree. This is a part of being a team. Remember, there's always still that one major player on each team. And when you have the conflict of both of you people trying to be the major player, that's the problem. But go ahead.
You know what? In every aspect of like a relationship, you have to also know.
Listen, okay, how about? So I was told the whole pesto paste. Excuse me. Some pesto is okay. They have pesto paste, and then they have this other thing, basil paste. So when you say basil, pesto and basil together, so you get the jar that has the paste in it, correct?
What?
No.
Did you just say? Because I have no idea what you just said. You said pesto. They asked for pesto paste, and you bought a jar that had pesto and basil paste. That's not what I asked for.
Yeah,
I asked for pesto
different flavors.
Not. I didn't ask for a combination. But it's not. It gives you a different flavor. I didn't ask for that.
Parentheses when you read this damn list, man. So I brought the thing. The paste.
I asked for fresh basil.
You gotta stop playing with her.
I asked for fresh basil and Italian herb paste. 2 different things. Is it 2 different things or one thing combined?
2 different things.
And basil pesto. That's what you asked for.
No, that's not.
She asked for basil pesto. She asked for Italian herb paste, not pesto paste.
Listen, man, I bought the store.
You brought the wrong
store.
thing.
You had me sitting there walking around an aisle for like 30 minutes just to find that.
If they didn't have it, you send a text.
They had it. They had it.
But you didn't bring it home.
Let me ask you this. Why is it hard to call home and clarify? Or did you not think you needed to have it clarified? Do you think you had it figured out?
I read the thing. I read the list. If you read the list, you know, it's pretty much there. You gotta look for it.
But what you read on the list and what you picked up was 2 different things. Let me tell you something.
Paste on it. It said basil paste.
Basil paste. That's not what that woman asked for. She asked for Italian herb paste. Italian herb, not basil. It's not the same shit.
Then when you ask the dude in the store, hold up. Then when you ask the dude in the store, and he tell you the same thing,
dude, you asked another man. You asked another man.
I say, yo, bro, I need the basil pesto, and he said, okay, that's it right there. All right, cool.
Because and first of all, you told him the wrong damn thing, because that ain't
he just
what
confuses you.
But he's not telling the man the right shit, because he's saying, I need basil pesto. That's what you have in your hand, but that's not what she wrote on the list. She wrote Italian herb.
See, I think that's what it is. Like I'm stupid or something. When you call, this is what you get. That's not what I said. I'm saying that. Listen, what you said was, look, read it. Because when I came in the house, that's what I said. Look, read what you wrote. So it's the same thing.
That's like a woman asking.
Go ahead.
That's like a woman asking, and that's like you getting marinara sauce and spaghetti sauce mixed up.
They're 2 different things.
Two different things.
It's not.
No, it's not.
It's very different.
No, they're not.
If you get ragu sauce, it's the same thing.
It's
No.
not.
If you bring
one-
ragu sauce in my house, we're fighting, first of all, because that stuff is nasty.
Ragu is nasty, but whatever. Look, let me.
Hold
So
up,
I
ragu
work.
is mad good. I'm sorry. If you're from the
Whatever.
hood, anybody will tell you
Let
ragu is
me
mad
tell
good.
you.
I don't
So
care. But go ahead.
I Instacart every once in a while, right? So when you think it's something, right? So you pick it up, you scan it back. That ain't it. That's not what the patient. That's not what the customer ordered. It rejects it because that's not what they want.
Yep, I used to do Instacart too, so I know you telling the truth.
So if they ain't got it, so if they ain't got it,
you ought to know better.
So if they ain't got it, what you do? You have to text.
See what I'm talking about? This is what I'm talking about. See the frustration us men got to go through? That's the part y'all don't realize. That's the frustration.
No.
Like I got a million and one things in my head, and then I'm worried about a goddamn shopping list.
But I also try to make it easier for my husband too. So things that I know that he's probably going to screw up, I'll go online and screenshot it and send him a picture too. That way he knows where it's at. So I shop at Publix. So Publix have most of all their things on, like online, the aisle numbers. So I'll give him the aisle number so he'll know where to look. Because I already know.
Show me the old package. Is that what you say? So what happens if the old package was, I don't have it anymore? So how am I supposed to show it to you? Because sometimes when you go grocery shopping, it isn't.
I don't mind going to another store. I never have a problem with that. I'm good on going to another store, going to look in other places to try to find it.
No, but you know how sometimes you're in the midst of cooking and you already used it. So when you go grocery shopping, you don't have it. I don't have it to show you. So like Alora said, you have to go online and look for it. But my whole thing is, just as this stuff is in our house. You don't know what we use in the house. You have no idea. You don't pay attention to what is going on in here. You have no idea. You don't go in these shelves. You don't look at anything. So if you're telling me that you've never cooked in your life, you have no idea what you're putting in your pot.
Oh, so
first again, of all, time out. First of all, most men, when we cook, we already know what we need. We already know what we need. We got to get. And it's simple because when we go in the store, we pick up.
I'm not talking about
pick up what we need and go. Y'all hold up, time out.
I know what
y'all
you're about
want
to say.
Y'all want the whole. Make sure it don't cost more than this. Don't make sure you don't spend about that much. Then we ain't doing all of that.
I'm not doing that.
I see chicken. Chicken. Let me get the chicken.
I'm not telling
you.
Throw
it in the cart.
I'm not telling you that. But what I'm trying to say is, when we go shopping, because me and my man, we go shopping together. So we pick up things. So he knows what we use in the house, right? So what I'm trying to say is, even if he didn't go with me, he cooks. So he knows what we use. And I don't have to tell him like, oh, well, babe, I need you to X, Y, and Z. And it has to be
send him by himself.
Send
him by himself. You said you go with him.
Let me tell you something. I'm gonna tell you one thing. He's an only child and he was raised by 2 women. That man can do everything he needs to do. I don't have to go with him. Actually, sometimes I'm like, I don't want to go shop, and he'll take care of shopping. I don't have to worry about him bringing home the wrong shit, unless it's something specifically that I want. And then if I ask for it, then maybe I might have to take a picture of it. But I feel like maybe because he was raised by 2 women, maybe that's why he's just a little better at things.
I don't know. Maybe.
I don't know.
So to play devil's advocate on that, my husband could not tell you most of the stuff that I have in my cabinets because he doesn't spend no time in the kitchen at all because I do the cooking. I do the cleaning down there. So when he goes to the store, he has to rely on me in the list that I give him because I'm really traditional. So like his place is out there in the job. I'm not saying that's not your man's place, but that's how we run our relationship. So he's doing everything that, he's supposed to do in his role. And I'm doing my thing in my role, which is the kitchen. So he doesn't go too far to look for things and know what they are. I don't even trust that man to cook me a meal. He cooked me one meal. I tell y'all, every time I caught food poisoning. You know what I'm saying? That's just the role.
But you
and ever since that day, I said, listen, baby, it's your role. Go make it.
He tried, but he tried, right?
But I'm trying.
He tried, and I loved him for that. And we were sick, and we were sick together. Okay.
Well, as long as we sick together.
That's what I want to acknowledge. He tried.
But
I want to salute him for going to the grocery store. That part.
Yeah, he always goes to the store for me. That's the thing. Like
That's what's up.
he goes to multiple stores now. And that's what I love about him. Like, it's no problem. I'm like, oh, babe, I forgot this. Did you leave the store? I did. I'm down the street. You want me to turn back around? Yes. All right, got you. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, yes, love it here.
I ain't doing anything.
I don't understand why women go to the store 3 or 4 times a week.
If you forgot it and I gotta go back, goddamn, that's a lot.
What happens is sometimes you don't have what you wanted to make for dinner. That's why people go to the grocery store 3 and 4 times a week. You'll be like, damn, I forgot X, Y, and Z. You make a list. You can make a list, but still sometimes you forget shit that wasn't on the list. You make a list, but you still, oh damn, I forgot to put bacon on the list. Now I gotta go back to the stove. There's different things, like, and especially if you want to make a certain meal, like maybe you want to try a new recipe and it's not shit that you usually keep in the house. You gotta go to the grocery store for that.
Or
see, that's me.
Somebody makes a
when I cook, that's me.
For their wife or their significant other to cook, then you gotta go back to the store. And just not forget, a lot of the stores aren't carrying the quantities or available to get stuff as frequent. So there may be something that you need from the store that the store is actually out of.
And it's not even that. Those who have kids.
No, I'm good with that part. That part I'm good with.
Those who have kids, they know that you buy a lot of snacks. I don't have no kids, but I can speak for myself. I'll buy some snacks today and we'll need
we got tons of snacks.
And we'll need some more. This is the whole thing. Like chips.
Can't go wrong with no snaps.
Chips and shit. I could buy 2 bags of chips today and I will need another bag of chips in 2 days. So you gotta go to the grocery store. It is what it is.
Yeah. You know what, guys? I'm working on something because I'm horrible at this. Well, mostly I don't have to send him too much because I will use Instacart. I use Instacart and DoorDash all the time. But the days that DoorDash or Instacart are super busy, I'm literally at the store all the time because I never know what I want to cook that day. I'll be scrolling. I'll see something on IG, be like, I'm trying that shit today. And then I'm like, to the store we go. Hi-yo.
Yeah, that's what I said. When you decide that you want to make something different, you be like, shit, I ain't got that in the house. Gotta go to the store and get it.
Facts.
I agree with
TikTok, IG, those little YouTube shorts. You be like, you motherfuckers.
Yep.
You motherfuckers.
Like, I want that right now. And
don't let it be a dessert or something too. You be like, gotta go to the store for that.
They love to catch me on the days, I swear to goodness, I'm sticking to my diet.
What's a diet?
If anybody want to call in?
No, we don't want your opinion. No, I'm joking, y'all. I'm joking. I'm totally joking. Please call in.
If you want to call in, the number is. If you want to call in and give your opinion, the number is 929-282-0266. It's scrolling on the bottom. 929-282-0266.
Nah, your opinion better align with ours. So I don't care.
As we pretty much brought up a situation. How do you manage and deal with that stress in that relationship? That is stressful. You know, that's one thing that's stressful.
Can you put the damn thing back on? Because what's the topic today again? What is it? I forgot that quick.
Yeah.
Managing relationship conflicts and stress. You know what it is. Sometimes you have to pick your battles in a relationship. Everything everything is not worth a conflict. Some shit you just gotta let it roll off your back. Because otherwise your ass will be in here fighting all day and it doesn't make any sense.
I definitely agree.
Especially when you could be the one that's strong and wrong.
But how about when I'm right? When you're right, you're still wrong, but you're right. So I don't be understanding that.
You know what it is? Everybody, you know what? Everyone has an opinion. Opinions are like assholes.
Yes.
Just because you have one doesn't mean you're right, though. Right?
That part.
But everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But just because your opinion is wrong to them doesn't make it wrong. People have to also know that you can agree to disagree, because what I feel in my heart is right to me, and what you feel in your heart is right to you, right? Neither one of us might be right.
No, I'm right.
We could both be wrong.
Most women gonna feel they right.
Or we could both be right.
I'm not right all the time, but I'm right.
Just because my answer is right in this particular situation doesn't mean that same answer is right in a different situation. So I might be right now, but whatever you said might be right in 2 minutes. I don't know. But you have to agree to disagree. I'd be like, you got it.
I was just gonna say that. You definitely gotta agree to disagree, because it's not gonna always be y'all on the same page.
Absolutely not. I feel I agree to disagree so often. Like I know we don't see eye to eye. I know we don't see eye to eye. Like you know what? It also depends on how you were raised. Yeah. That makes a situation right for you and not right for the other person. So I'm not saying that you are wrong. I see where you're coming from, but that ain't right for me. Period. And you can't make it right for me.
See, I agree with the part about you saying pick your battles. Definitely agree with that. But men, we gotta learn sometimes. And I'm saying men, we gotta learn sometimes just to say fuck it. You know what? Fuck that argument. Fuck the stress. I get it. Lady, one. That's it.
It doesn't agree.
Just say okay. It's okay to just say I'm okay. Agree
to disagree it doesn't work in every situation. It absolutely doesn't.
It works in most of my situations. Why? Because I'm not arguing.
Look, I'm like
it's very fixed though, because it's going to arise again. You know, it's going to be a reoccurring.
No, it's not. Nope. Because I refuse to talk about it. It's not going to get talked about.
It may not be on your part, but kind of how Rainbow was saying, like how each person handle things differently. For you, you might be like, that shit's over. But for your spouse, they still might be, harboring something from that conversation, and you just deaded it, and they may have felt like they didn't get what they wanted to, express to you out of that situation. And so later on down the line, that argument arises again. It's just in a new way.
Yeah, it's a different situation, but it's the same problem. But like Joy said, I think has to be a point where you understand the other person's view. Like, I get where you coming from. I get it. I totally understand where you coming from, but that don't work for me. It just doesn't. Like I can't pinpoint it right now, but there's just certain things that we don't agree on. Right? And I don't feel like it's
this is the go to your corner session.
No,
you gotta go to your corner. Go to your following corner. See, that's my thing. If it's getting too loud, it's no longer a conversation. It's no.
But that's the whole thing. Is you? Why do you think?
I'm out. I'm gonna end that. I'm gonna end that part.
Nope.
Go to your corner. I'm gonna go to my corner. We could talk about this later when we both.
I don't like that.
Me neither.
I don't like that. You know why I don't like that?
Why? Because you want to argue, and I choose not.
No. It's not even about arguing. No. Sometimes I feel like when men feel the conversation is over, then it's supposed to be over. Right. But when I was the one saying, all right, okay, no problem. You got it. You kept going and kept going and kept going. Now I am on the go. Now you're like, fuck it, whatever. But when I was telling you to cut it, it wasn't a cut. But now because you want to cut it, I'm supposed to just stop. What the fuck? I'm supposed to stop in my tracks and say.
So what I learned was when both parties get into it, neither one of us are.
Why do you have to raise your voice though?
So neither one of us.
Right, I'm sorry, Lo.
It's okay. Neither one of us are willing to admit that we could both be being unfair to each other. So a technique that I learned in marriage counseling was when I'm engaging with my husband and I feel like he's not hearing me or I feel like he's being petty, I can say, I feel like I'm being the adult right now and you're being the child. And I swear to goodness, the first time I heard it tell me that, it snapped me back like, dang, am I being the child? And I had to think about it. And I started realizing what I was hearing myself say And what'd you say?
He said, "Who you talking to?" Exactly. You have to. Some people.
I said, who the
get
fuck
it.
is you talking to when that
Some
comes up?
people
You
get
want
it.
a child?
No.
First of all, I'm not one of these little kids.
No, I
You
didn't
ain't
take
talking
it
to
like
me
that.
like that. Now y'all
No,
feel
I didn't even
disrespected.
I didn't even take it like that. When he said that to me, I had to think about what I had just said out my mouth, and it was childish. It was childlike. And so when she was giving us
Oh, he
that
said that to
technique,
you. Okay, I'm
yes,
sorry. I
Oh,
thought
it
you
was
said that to
okay
him.
for
It's
him
all
to
right.
say
It's
it to
okay.
her,
Okay.
though. Shut up, John.
right. And we
Shut up.
use it on each other. So if he's being, if
I'm
he's
messing with you.
being
I'm messing with you. Go ahead.
I get to say, okay, you're being the child, and it makes you like hearing that from your spouse. It's a shock factor to it. And it makes you sit back and think like, okay, I could have handled that differently. And that's just the gateway to open up better communication. Because I think the issue is pride plays the biggest part in a relationship, whether it's the male or it's the female. Because females, we always want to be right. The males, they never want to be wrong. But it is, like Rainbow said, we could possibly both be wrong, or we could possibly both be misunderstanding each other. Because when you're angry or you want to get your point across, you're not totally hearing what your spouse is saying. That's why I like how I'm talking to you guys. When I'm upset with him, this is how I talk. I don't raise my voice. I don't yell. And if I start to raise my voice, he says, "You're yelling." And I said, "You know what? My bad. Let me take that down." Because I want him to be heard. I want to be heard, and I don't want him to feel talked at. So that's how I try to communicate with him. You know, some days we have good days, some days we have bad days. When I feel like it's not going to progress, I'm going to say, "You know what? I apologize if I made you feel any type of way, and I don't want to go to bed angry." He apologizes, and we're going to get over this. Move it along.
Okay, so question.
That part.
When you say, "I apologize if I made you feel away," if they've already told that you made them feel away, you can't say, "I apologize if," because clearly you already did, you know that they did. You know you did. Do you change your wording then?
I think that I like to hold on to my truth. And sometimes I don't feel like I have offended him. And you know, sometimes you can't if you had the conversation, and like when we was in marriage counseling and our counselor told him like, "No, she's not wrong for that." But I still said to him, I still apologize if I made you feel that way, because it wasn't my intent. I don't feel like I did that. But if you're saying that's what I did, then take my humble apologies. You know, that's all I can do. But I'm not going to sit here and totally be like, sorry for some shit I know for a fact I didn't do. But I'm also not going to instigate it and try to be petty and be like, well, I know I didn't do it, so what's the point of saying I'm sorry? Saying I'm sorry and I apologize is an olive branch to say, hey, let's heal this and let's get to moving in the right direction with that. It's not to just shut you up, but I do want you to know that I acknowledge your feelings. You know, that's for me. That's how I take it.
That's what's up.
Yeah, don't like that.
You see it?
You say something about me being a child.
You could be wrong. They could be right. They could be wrong.
I just want it to be known that match point. So knuckle up.
You a hothead. You a hothead.
And he talk about I've changed.
I'm not a hothead. I'm a sweetheart.
Did he say knuckle up?
Knuckle up.
Yeah, he said knuckle up.
Knuckle up.
Yeah.
Oh, me a motherfucking child. What the fuck you talking to? I ain't his kid. Hell no. Hell no.
So you don't think in an argument that you don't have no childlike behaviors?
Once again, I don't argue. Not
Dawn,
because that causes stress. I'm not gonna be stressed out. My blood pressure is 116/80. It's gonna stay that way. So as soon as somebody starts acting crazy, I end this conversation. This conversation is over. I don't want to talk about it no more.
But that's
I'm good at walking away.
Very dismissive.
Call it what you want. It's called I'm not going to be stressed out.
Okay, now I will tell you this.
Sorry.
I'm not one to
sorry,
argue.
Not sorry.
Yeah, I'm not one to argue. So at a point where we're talking and it starts going up, I'm gonna be like, I'm like this. I'm like you. I'm like, okay, I'm acknowledging that I'm hearing you, but I'm not finna match your energy. Because if we match your energy, it's gonna be like World War 50.
There you go. And nobody's listening to nobody.
And people going to bed pissed off and everything else. So I'm okay. I hear you. You're not ready to receive what I'm giving because you want to be the giver. So okay.
Yeah, I have to work on my nonchalant attitude. because I just be like, okay.
No, you're sarcastic.
No.
That's sarcasm. It pisses the motherfucker off.
No. You know what with him? I'll be like,
whatever. What?
Okay.
No. Let me throw this.
I don't say whatever. I don't say whatever.
Now do you hear me?
I don't like to say what. I don't like to say whatever. But I'll be like,
that's sarcasm. That shit makes you want to throw some shit at somebody.
It's not sarcasm. It's not sarcasm.
I gotta throw the closest thing in my hand. Like, listen, shut the. Right, you heard me now, right? Now you hear me.
What do you mean, shut up? I wasn't saying. I didn't say anything. So
now you see why I say the best part of my argument is not to argue. Just say okay. All right.
I think you might need anger management class.
But that's what I did. But that's what I just said. I do, don't I?
I did that already. It won't work for me.
But wait, it's okay.
Obviously.
I did 3 days in Rikers off of anger management. I'm straight.
You wasn't willing to receive
I did
that.
3 days off of in Rikers for anger management. I'm kind of good.
Lord have mercy, Dawn.
So Dawn, when you just said that you don't argue, I just said I do the same thing. So but you just said that would piss you off. So
it's a different. You being sarcastic. Why are you being sarcastic? And I'm having a conversation.
How am I being sarcastic?
See your eyebrows? See, you do that shit now, and that shit pisses me off.
I told you I just did them. So,
but Dawn, that's a sense of control, boo. That's a sense of control because you can't control.
If we having a conversation, my thing, it's not control. It's called I'm conversing. We're communicating. So if we're communicating,
we're not getting anywhere.
You're being sarcastic.
We're not getting anywhere.
But Dawn,
shit pisses somebody off.
You hear what you're saying? You keep saying, if you doing this to me, I feel this way. I feel this way. I feel this way.
It's all about you.
If you're in a relationship, there's 2 parties. So both parties' feelings should be taken into consideration. How she responds to you or her facial expressions are hers. It's her right to respond in that way. You cannot dictate nor control the way that she responds. I
don't feel as dictating or controlling. I feel that she shouldn't be making faces when we have a serious conversation. That's pride. That's the only thing. We having a serious conversation.
That's pride, boo. Because in your mind, it's like
that's making me feel away right now, and I ain't even in a conversation.
Who the hell she thinks she is? Does she know who I am?
I can't look. It will get on everybody's nerves because there's one thing that I can't. I don't even have control over it because I don't even know it to be happening. Is this here? When somebody say something, I'll be like, I don't even know it happened. Like if it happens in the moment, I don't even know the faces like that. On a regular day, I probably look miserable because I have resting bitch face. I literally do. I'll be like this. It'd be like, why you look so miserable? I'll be like, I'm good over here. What's wrong with you? I'll be like, nothing. Just resting bitch face. I don't know. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. But I just have resting bitch face. So please don't take this. don't pay this no mind because it has a mind of its own. Alexa playing controlled by Janet Jackson.
Girl, you ever had your family member tap you on the shoulder like, fix your face? My husband like, I'm like
all the time. All the time.
You don't realize it because it'd be like, what the hell?
Because you just sitting there like
when you know what during COVID when we had masks, it was the best time of my life because no one could see this. They could see my eyebrows going up and down, but they could not see what this mouth and this nose was doing. Like they couldn't tell what was going on. But when we out, he'd be like, he'd start laughing at me, and I'd be like, "What you laughing at?" He'd be like, "You a mess." I'd be like, "What did I do? What did I do? I didn't even know. I don't even know what I did."
Right.
So
let's be in a restaurant. That's what she do that same shit, and I'm always capping her. Can you stop that? That's it right there.
It's not something. It's not something you can control. Like it's subconscious. It is not something that you be thinking about.
Nah, for me, it'd be something I'd be thinking about because you ever had somebody just talking to you and you just know that they don't like you and they just be saying the nasty stuff.
That's talking
to me.
Yeah, no, that's on purpose. But when like if somebody walks past me, I'll be like,
Yeah.
I
No.
don't know what's happening.
Right. Right. I be trying to be nice though, but
I do.
wait, I be like, why? Why are you talking to me? Leave me
No, if
be.
it's some, no, if it's someone that I know don't like me, I may not even try to be cordial. I'm not acknowledging you. Like I ain't got nothing to say to you. You ain't got nothing to say to me. We ain't got shit to say to each other. Like
I'm gonna be cordial. Just
I
because I
don't
love
know.
to make them mad. I love to make them squirm. Like, why is she so nice to me? I know she don't like me. Every time I smile at them, I know it's killing them on the inside.
It depends. It depends on why we don't like each other.
I'm perfect. Nobody likes me just for because I don't even know what the fuck. I swear. Look,
That's how I feel. That's how I feel. I feel the same way.
guess I. Somebody gave me side.
So on that note, on that note, ladies,
What's the note?
let's see what your final opinion. What's your final opinion managing relationship conflict and stress? How do you deal with it? Go ahead, TK.
You always pick me first. For real? Have you not noticed that lately? It's always me first. I'm just
Mhm.
saying. But anyway,
My bad. All
relationships
right.
can be hard. And I think it's also about knowing your partner and how your partner operates when you want to come poking the bear or whatever else. I think at a point you should be able to know when it's that time that we need to retreat or even to address certain things. And if things are getting heated, hey, go to your mutual corner, calm it down, and come back to the center of the situation when everybody got a cool head and is ready to talk. But I'm definitely one of them people that do not believe in going to bed mad.
Right.
Alora.
I don't care.
My resolution to relationship conflict is recognizing that my spouse is human and that he has feelings and he has bad days too. And sometimes I have to recognize that he doesn't know how to communicate those things to me. And I'm just, check myself sometimes. I like to check myself at the door and try to be as understanding as I can. And like she said, if we can't come to a compromise, then we're not going to go to bed angry. We're going to go ahead and retreat. But most of all, I'm going to always reassure him that I love him and I respect him and I understand him.
Rainbow.
Mm. Y'all got some good stuff, ladies. I need to learn from y'all because, baby, that ain't me. That ain't me. That is definitely not me. Conflict and stress. I don't like conflict. I'm really not a confrontational person
I don't
unless you bring it out of me. And then it's on like popcorn. But I've learned that I I am an individual. He is an individual. We have to come together and become a team. But it's gonna take a little time. And we have to just learn to deal with it for now. We're gonna have to figure it out as we go along. We've been together for a long time, but we haven't lived together for a long time. So being with somebody and living with them, two different things, two totally different things. Yeah. So you just have to know that things that may have happened when you live by yourself cannot happen when you live together. So I'm trying to work on it. It's not going that well, y'all. But
You'll get there. You'll get
I,
there.
I'm still acting like I live by myself sometimes. I just be trying to do my own thing, and I'll be like, damn, I gotta remember him, right? Oh shit, God,
know.
I'm working on it. I'm getting there. I'll get there. I'm gonna get there, y'all. I'm gonna
That's
get
what's
there.
up.
I
And
can't tell it's an
We'll
issue.
be praying for you. We'll be praying for you.
thank you, thank you, Jesus. But yeah, conflict. Like I said, you sometimes have to just know, agree to disagree because y'all are not. No two humans are gonna agree on everything. You could live with this person your entire life, but y'all still have two different opinions on situations. So just know that every battle ain't worth the fight. So you just have to know to pick your battles, because the war ain't over. Still minefields out there, so just be careful, y'all. Dawn, how do you feel? What's your last thought
Oh
on
Lord.
I'm scared.
managing a relationship
too.
conflict?
Nah, I'm gonna say
Dawn
is,
just
listen,
said,
my
I'm
blood
not
pressure
arguing.
is 116, 116 over 80. It ain't gonna change. I ain't arguing. I refuse to be stressed out, and that's going to end that. Cause there's no conflict if you ain't arguing. And once you
There is a conflict.
get to this,
That's the problem. That
nope,
is
that
a
is not.
conflict. Mm-hmm.
When you calm down and want to talk like two rational human beings, you can talk. That's the only thing.
But but the whole thing is you didn't say, that's not what you said. You didn't say yelling. You said a conflict. Just because two people conflict doesn't mean that they're yelling and screaming. That's still a conversation. You have conflicting opinions on something.
If you're yelling,
that's an
that's
argument.
A conflict.
No. That's an argument.
It's not an argument. No. That's a conflict within yourself. Because you're the one screaming. I'm talking to you normal, so that tells you there's no conflict. The conflict is when I start screaming. So now we're both screaming at each other, so nobody's no longer listening.
The actual
so there's
conflict
no more
is
communication.
two different opinions.
Dawn, you need to
There's
go
only one opinion.
I don't know what you're.
Baby,
there's only one.
Arizona.
Only one opinion, baby. Only one opinion.
That's the problem. That's the problem.
Okay.
And that's the problem.
This is what happens when you have three females. I need some men. Yo, listen, any day any of you guys want to come on the show, help me out, please. I would appreciate it.
First of all, I want to remind you that this is what you asked for. So you got what you asked for.
I'm good.
But I don't know why. Dawn is out here acting like a male chauvinist pig. There's only one opinion. And it must not be yours. Clearly.
I wasn't saying I was male chauvinist. I'm far from male chauvinist. I'm far from that. I'm a very caring person, but I feel like, once again, if we're having an argument. First of all, we're not having an argument. It's your argument. I'm just listening to you rant and rave. So there's a difference.
But that's just perspective.
Because if you're arguing, that means you're not telling me anything that's see, the constructive part was when you started raising your voice. It's no longer constructive. If we having a conversation, first of all, it takes two people to communicate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong, lady? Two people to communicate. Yeah. All right, so we're communicating. That means we're talking like this, back and forth. Right now, we're having a communication. Right?
Buffering.
Okay. So we're communicating at this point. So guess what? Now, when you raise your voice, it's no longer communicating. That means that you chose to take it to a different level.
But why did I do that?
Why? Because you feel like you're defending yourself.
Or they're not being heard.
You felt the need to defend yourself.
You're not being heard.
Well, why do I need to defend myself? What did you say to me? That I need to defend myself. I shouldn't have to defend myself in a conversation with my significant other. Like, you shouldn't have had said something to me where I feel that now I have to be defensive.
That's deep.
Why did you go into that defensive mechanism?
Because you made
that choice to go into a defensive mechanism.
Wait,
I was listening to you. I was listening to you.
You can listen, but
trigger
not
would
hear.
Be a response that puts you into a PTSD moment. You're not in a PTSD
maybe
moment.
You did. Maybe what did you say to me? Maybe you did put me in a PTSD
we just
moment.
disagreeing. We're just disagreeing on something that you feel you should be right about.
So, Dawn, let me ask you a question. Is this a defense mechanism for you?
Yes.
Ooh.
You said yeah.
My defense mechanism is not to argue? Yes.
Because you feel like
I choose not to argue because I have a very bad temper.
Wait, she's talking and I couldn't hear her. Laura, go ahead.
I'm sorry. I don't want to.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So if you feel like you have a bad temper and you're afraid of the conversation going left, so you start to close yourself off, that means that you want to communicate, but you just don't know how to communicate without losing it. And I had learned from my professor in school, because I told her, I said the issues I was having. I said I didn't know how to communicate with these girls that they were making me feel some type of way without me flipping. She says, I want you to learn how to defend yourself and not be aggressive, or to communicate and not be aggressive. You have to learn how to be able to articulate yourself to your significant other without being triggered. And that's something that y'all can work on together. But you may want to seek out some type of help just for you to figure out, why is this triggering anger? Because there's something deeper for you to spouse.
Wait.
Sorry.
Good.
Okay, first. Now, it's not a trigger that I'm going to get upset and I'm going to explode. No, I don't like being screamed at. That's just anybody. It's a form of disrespect. I'm sorry, I'm from the hood. So I take disrespect very like that. I tend to lose it a little. So
it's not a form of disrespect.
When you're screaming at me and I'm talking to you in a very nice, calm voice of, hello, how are you doing? That is the problem.
But what did you say to me in this nice, calm
You don't.
voice?
Do people just walk around screaming at you every day? I'm just asking a question. Do people just walk around and scream at you all day?
When I used to work at CVS,
think about it.
And I get that, because some people.
Okay. On that note,
like, it definitely can be.
On that note, Alora, how do you want to go out today?
Okay,
go ahead.
All right.
Tell us the truth.
The way I'm going to go out is we need to self-reflect. Self-reflection is key, because if you're not able to look at yourself and see the flaws that you need to fix, sometimes we can't always wait for others to tell us our issues. We have to take command and fix ourselves. If you know that you have things that you need to work on, or things you want to improve, or you want to be a better communicator, or an effective lover, or just more of a caring person, or you just want to work on loving yourself more, these are the things that you're going to have to seek out for yourself. But first, you're going to have to recognize the signs in yourself, and you're going to have to be willing to admit, hey, I may have some things I need to work on. And there's nothing wrong with admitting that we have flaws, because we are all flawed. And just seek after help, no matter what that looks like. You can go on a spiritual retreat. You can seek after counseling, or you can go to a church member, or go to a pastor. It doesn't matter, but seek help so that you can love yourself more. Because once you're able to love yourself more, you're going to be more than willing to love others more and be welcoming to love and understanding.
Amen.
Man, she said that right there.
Very
For
nice.
real.
PK?
Kind of piggybacking off of what she said, I have to agree. So in that, a lot of times we don't see our flaws or even consider them as that, because a lot of people pass that off as, that's just the way I am, or that's how Capricorns are, Geminis, or whatever else. There's a part where you actually have to be really honest with yourself about where you are, or things that your partner may do that, quote unquote, may trigger you, don't sit right with you, or cause you not to communicate. A lot of times when you do the work, you can figure out why, when somebody says something to you, or comes at you in a way you're on the defensive, or triggers you for you to click yourself. And a lot of times it goes back to childhood trauma. It was something back then that triggered you. And a lot of times too is from a prior relationship. A lot of people don't feel that you can get trauma from relationships, but that shit is real as hell. So a lot of times you really have to self-evaluate and figure that out. And once you figure that out, you're able to work on that issue. So it's all about growth, being better even for yourself and in your relationship. And stuff starts to come together. So yeah, it's an interesting journey, but it's well worth it. So don't be afraid to be like, damn, I fucked up. Because when that hit, you be like, oh shit. And then when you realize you've been carrying that shit from relationship to relationship, yeah, at some point you should get tired. So hey, like she said, get therapy, go to somebody you trust to help you get through the process, but definitely don't stay in that shit.
Rainbow.
Don't stay in that shit. Don't. Nah. Yeah, don't nobody want to stay in shit.
At all.
Yeah, like the two ladies said, you have to know that you self. If like they said, if you don't love yourself, you cannot love someone else. You might think you loving them, but it may not be the right type of love. And people, you also have to know that sometimes that it isn't that people don't love you. It's just that some people don't know how to love you the way you want to be loved. So sometimes you just have to tell your significant other how you would like to be loved, because not everybody knows that, and you have to remember that not everyone in this world has been loved, shown love, and things of that nature. So people are hurting out here. So it isn't just you; it's all of us. But you have to know that literally the only person you can change is yourself. You can help others change, but they won't change unless they want to change. So if you're looking for a change, you have to start within. So dealing with people, you just have to sometimes just let things roll off your back, because sometimes you can't just take things personally, because not everything is directed towards you. So you have to know that some things might have happened to somebody in their past and it isn't you. And not saying that you ain't supposed to retaliate, not retaliate, but get mad about it. But you have to know
retaliation in there.
Yeah.
Get mad. You can get mad, but you can't,
Right.
But it is what it is. But just know that we all need love, some shape, form, or whatever.
Yeah.
And self-love is the best love.
Yes. Amen.
I can't with TK. I'll let to play Man in the Mirror by Michael Jackson.
Nah, but for real, I'm about to play that as soon as I get off.
Yeah, so just reflect on yourself. You just have to know what you have to fix within, because that's, like I said, that's the only thing you can change. You can't worry about the things that you can't change, because if you do, you're just going to stress yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
Dawn,
are you
how
taking
would
notes?
you like to go out? Where's your notebook, Dawn?
Yeah, I ain't doing all that emotional shit y'all was doing and shit. I ain't doing that. That's not me. So, on that note, I want to thank everybody that was in the comments. I appreciate y'all. I think y'all was fire. Appreciate you, definitely. I want to thank everybody that was watching that didn't comment. I believe y'all were fire too. Thank you very much. Also, most importantly, make sure y'all start going to the eveningrushnetwork.com and subscribe there, because we will no longer be on YouTube, Facebook, or any of the above as of the second week of January. So I need everybody to go over there and subscribe and support us. That's how you support. Subscribe. Let us know that you're there watching, and be in these comments again. We definitely will enjoy and get to know and have more fun as we've been doing. So on that note, next week we got Miss Lauren Nicole in the building, and we're just gonna be chilling and having a good time. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you, Allure, for coming on. Definitely appreciate it. TK Rainbow, love y'all to death. And yo, we are out of here. You already know what it is, man. I'll let y'all later. Peace.
We out.